Hello students, so today we will discuss first application of dimensional analysis, and it is to convert a physical quantity from one system to another. Now we already discussed the type of physical quantities. There are many types like speed, acceleration, force, momentum, pressure, volume. So these are the examples of physical quantities, and we have to convert a physical quantity from one system to another. Like a physical quantity force is given to you, and SI system is given to you. You have to convert SI system into CGS system, or CGS system into SI system. So we have to find the formula for that. There will be a generalized formula. So let's see how we can derive that formula, but we will use the formula only in our numerical. So why we are doing this derivation? This derivation is just for understanding, and the conclusion we are going to use, conclusion, what conclusion we will get? We'll get a formula in the end that we will use in the numericals. So on what fact it is based? Magnitude of the physical quantity remains same, whatever may be the system of units. It means magnitude will remain constant, only system of units will change, like SI to CGS or CGS to SI. Now if we take Q, capital Q, as our physical quantity, like I have taken an example of force. So what is force? It is a physical quantity, and I have supposed that Q is force, capital Q, let it be force. U1 and U2 be the units of measurement. For example, U1, let us take, if I want to change SI system into CGS. So U1 be the units in the SI system, and U2 be the units in the CGS system. Now N1 and N2, these are the numerical values. N1, suppose it is in SI system, and N2 is in the CGS system. So according to this fact, Q is equal to N1 U1 is equal to N2 U2, means the total magnitude of physical quantity will remain same. There the product N1 U1 will be equivalent to N2 U2. Let us see how. Let M1 L1 T1, M represents mass, L represents length, and T represents time. Let it be the units in one system. We are taking it SI system. Let M2 L2 T2 be the units of mass, length, time in the another system. Like I am giving you a parallel example. We are changing force into SI system into the CGS system. So forces are Q, our units are SI to CGS system. So what will be the U1? U1 be the M1 L1 T1 units in the SI system. These are called base units. M, L, T, these are called base units. And M2 L2 T2 means U2 be the units in the CGS system. If the dimensional formula of Q be M raised to the power A, L raised to the power B, and T raised to the power C, then how can we write U1? We can write it as M1 raised to the power A, L1 raised to the power B, and T1 raised to the power C. Similarly, we can write it for 2. We'll write in the power A, B, C, and M2, L2, T2, because dimensional formula will remain the same. Only system of units is changed. Otherwise, force will remain same whether it is an SI or CGS. That's why dimensional formula will remain the same. Now, what is the fact? What is the principle? Q is equal to N1 U1 is equal to N2 U2. So I have written here, this is the principle, N1 U1 is equal to N2 U2. So I am in the next step putting all the values, like N1, it is the numerical value. What is U1? M1 L1 T1, here N2, here U2, M2 L2 T2 with these powers, here I have written. Now if N1 is given to me, and I want to find out N2, how I can find? Keep N2 on one side and take this in the denominator. It will be N1 into M1 by M2, L1 by L2, T1 by T2, powers A, B, and C. So this is the most important formula to find numerical value in the second system of units if numerical value in the first system of unit is given and multiplied by the base units raised to the power the dimension of the physical quantity. It will be clear if we'll do one or two examples. This will be clear to you. So let us do the first example. So this is our first example. Like I have given you example of force, let's discuss it again. Convert 1 Newton into dyne. Now as we know, Newton and dyne, these are the units of force. Newton is in SI unit and dyne is in CGS unit. So what will be our Q? As I have discussed earlier, force, it is a physical quantity, it will be Q. What are the dimensions of force? It is mass. You can find it again also. Force is mass into acceleration. For mass we'll write m. Acceleration LT minus 2. You'll get this value m LT minus 2. So our A is 1, B is 1 and C will be minus 2. So our A, B, C are defined and our Q is defined. Okay. Now what we have to do, Newton is SI unit and dyne is CGS system. We have to convert SI system into CGS system. Now what are the units in the SI system? We have to convert 1 Newton. Now it means numerical value is also given to you. This is N1. But it is written convert 1 Newton into dyne. Means we don't know how many dynes will be there. We have to find it. So N1 is given, that is 1 Newton. N2 we don't know, it will come in dyne. Now but these things we know, these are the base unit. According to the SI system, mass is 1 kg, 1 meter and T1 is 1 second. Now how many grams are in there? 1 kg, 1000 gram, 100 centimeter. In CGS system, what are the units? Gram, centimeter, second. Now let's use that formula which we have derived earlier. N2 is equal to N1, M1 by M2 raised to the power A, L1 by L2 raised to the power B, T1 by T2 raised to the power C. We have used the same formula. Now we have written all the values here. We have to substitute it here. What is N1? This is 1. Put here. What is M1? 1000. What is M2? That is 1 gram. Put the value. L1 is 100. L2 is 1. T1 is 1. Here T2 is again 1. After that put the values of A, B, C. We have already found it. After that calculate. This is 10 raised power 3. This is 10 raised power 2. Powers will be added in case of 10 raised to the power something when your base is 10. So 3 plus 2, that is 5. So 1 Newton will be equivalent to 10 raised to the power 5 dynes. Let's discuss another example. It will be more clear to you. Now what is the example? The density of mercury is 13.6 gram per centimeter cube. Now think about this thing, that N1 is given to you. After that, what are the units? Gram, centimeter. It means this is already given also. If it is not given, you can again get an idea from here. Gram, centimeter, then it will be second. It means I am talking about the CGS system. Means one system is given to you, N1 is also given to you. Find its value in SI unit. Means we have to convert it into the SI unit. For that, what is our physical quantity? That is density. So it means Q is density. So let's do it. Let's do the solution. Firstly, what is my physical quantity? That is Q. That is density. The formula is mass per unit volume. I have given a chart. In that various physical quantities are written there. In the similar way, I am deriving density. You can derive all that formulas. Density is equal to mass by volume. What is the base unit for mass? M. Volume L cube. So it will be ml minus 3. You can write like this. T is not there, so no need to write this because we are doing a numerical. So from here, what we can write? It was actually m1, L minus 3 and T0. So our A is 1, B is minus 3 and C is 0. Next, so I am ignoring this thing. There is no need to write C is equal to 0. So you can ignore this. Let's come to the numerical question again. Density Q, it is N1 is given to you. It is in CGS and we have to convert it into the SI unit. So it means I have to convert CGS into SI unit. Now what is N1? That is 13.6 already given to you. It is 13.6. What is M1, L1, T1? What is the value? It is gram, centimeter, second. Here N2 we don't know because we have to convert. M2, L2, T2. So for SI system, kg, meter, second. How many grams are there in 1 kg? 1000 gram. How many centimeters are there? 100 centimeter. Now again use the same formula. N2 is equal to N1. M1 by M2. Firstly you'll write the formula, then you are going to put all the values. Then T1 by T2 C. Now put all the values. What is N1? That is 13.6 into 1 by 1000 raised to the power 1. Here M1 is 1, 1, 1. That is 1, 1. So after that 1 by 100 minus 3. There is no need to write this, so we are ignoring this part. Okay, there is no need. So we'll get this 13.6 into 10 raised power. What you will write? Into 10 raised power minus 3 into 10 raised to the power 6. So it will be 10 raised power 6. When you will again simplify it, you will get 13.6 into 10 raised power 3. Now what are the units in this case in SI system? Kg, meter, second. So it will be kg per meter cube according to our this dimensional formula, kg per meter cube. So this is your final answer. I hope it will be clear to you now. But again, let's do another example, rather another type of this application, another category. So our numerical is find the value of 60 joule per minute on a system that has 100 gram, 100 centimeter and 1 minute as the base units. Now for this, we'll firstly read this numerical again. Read this 60, it means this is the numerical value, 60 joule per minute. Now joule is a unit of energy or work. Minute means time, so it means I'm talking about work per unit time. So this is power, it means I'm talking about power. So I'll write firstly here power. It is given 60 joule by 1 minute. Now convert it into the SI unit. 60 joules by, change 1 minute into second because joule and minute, they cannot go together. Joule and there should be seconds. In 1 minute, how many seconds are there? 60 seconds. So 60 and 60 they cancel down. You will get 1 joule per second means or 1 watt. Now from here it is clear that I am talking about the power. Again the unit of power is watt and this is your SI unit rather. So this is proved that I am talking about the SI unit because joule per second is the SI unit of power. So what is your physical quantity? Your Q is here power and the dimensional formula for the power is work done per unit time. Work done per unit time. What is the formula for work done? Force into distance per unit time. What is force? That is mass into acceleration. मतलब mass, acceleration LT minus 2 into L divided by T. So what you will get? ML2 and T, take it in the numerator, T minus 3. So this is how you can derive the dimensional formula of power. Likewise, you can derive the dimensional formula of other quantities. Now, this thing is not given to you, like one system is given to you, you have SI system, but you don't know in which system you have to convert it. Only base units are given, like you are going to convert in 100 gram, 100 centimeter and 1 minute as the base units. If the second system is not given to you, base units are given to you, then how you are going to solve the problem? For this, like I am going to change SI system into the new system because we don't know the system. Now what is our N1? N1 is 1. We already calculated that M1, L1, T1. In the case of SI unit, mass is 1 kilogram, 1 meter, 1 second, again 1000 gram, 100 centimeter. Okay. Now N2 we don't know. It will remain as it is. I put question mark. We have to find this. M2, L2, T2. Now what is M2? 100 gram, 100 centimeter, 1 minute. Means 100 gram, 100 centimeter, 1 minute. Now minute is nothing. You'll change it into seconds according to the units. Again use the same formula. N2 is equal to N1, M1 by M2, L1 by L2, then T1 by T2. Here A, B, C. From here you can write what are A, B, C. A is 1, B is 2 and C is -3. Okay, now put all the values in this formula. I'm going to put all the values. N1 is 1. Here on the top M1 is 1000. Here I am having 100. A is 1. 100 by 100. B is 2. Here 1 by 60 raised to the power -3. Now simplify it. It will become 1. So it is 10 raised power 1. This is 1. Change it. Take its reciprocal. It will be 6 into 6, 36. 36 into 6, 216. So it is 216. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 zeros are there. If you want to change it into scientific notation, how you will change? You want point after 2. It means 2 digits should be there. So 2.16 into 10 raised power 6. Because we don't know in which system of units we are converting, here we will write new system of units. So that's how we'll do these type of numericals.